Man, to another day of our daily Devos in the Psalms. Pastor Rick here. We're ready to jump in to Psalm 86. Psalm 86. And I think we're actually going to take Psalm 86 into two pieces. So this will be part one today. And man, you're going to really like this one. So, just buckle up a little bit for just some of the insight and just some of the encouragement that's going to come out of today's psalm, and tomorrow too, because we'll be in 86 tomorrow as well. But I love it if you could like the video for me. Just click like on there. It helps a lot in getting the video distributed to other people that don't know that these daily devos exist, and that'd be kind of fun. And also, if you haven't subscribed to the channel and you would like to subscribe, that would be great. And then you can click the little bell and it'll notify you when new videos come out. So there you go. That'd be a super fun way for you to help these videos get to more people. So the more people could be encouraged. That's what I'm talking about. All right. So let's jump into Psalm 86. Listen, Lord, and answer me, for I am poor and needy. God gives grace to the humble, y'all. So he gives grace to the humble. So for I am poor and needy. Just come into the Lord, recognizing your position and what's going on in your life, and just recognizing your need for him is a great way to start. Listen, Lord, and answer me, for I am poor and needy. Protect my life, for I am faithful. And I think that this is a really powerful statement by the psalmist, again, just to recognize the value of faithful living before the Lord, that that the psalmist wasn't expecting God to just miraculously necessarily like deliver him from. So this was David. So that David wasn't necessarily asking God to deliver him from things that he had brought upon himself. In a sense, he's asking God to just save him, protect him, from his enemies, from life that's going on, because he's saying, Lord, in every real measurable way, I'm living my life faithfully towards you, and I'm asking you, to come and to help me because I have put my trust in you. So he says, because he says, you are my God, save your servant who trusts in you, and be gracious to me, Lord. So again, he's recognizing that it is unmerited. So he's not asking because he thinks, even though he's saying, protect me because I'm faithful to you, he's not saying protect me because I deserve it. He's saying, Lord, I'm doing everything I know how to do. I'm coming to you. I'm being faithful to you. I'm trying to follow the principles that you've given me, and I'm just asking that you take my feeble efforts, and that you would then multiply them, and that you would come and you'd protect me and save me, because I trust in you. I try to be faithful to you, and yet he says, be gracious to me, Lord. Give me that unmerited favor, that stuff that I don't deserve. For I call to you all day long, recognizing his source, and also establishing some level of perseverance, right? Just calling out to the Lord continually. Bring joy to your servant's life because I appeal to you, Lord. For you, Lord, are kind and ready to forgive, abounding in faithful love to all who call on you. Man, what a beautiful verse right there. For you, Lord, are kind and ready to forgive. Man, how many, I don't know, maybe you need that word today. Maybe you need the truth today that God is kind and ready to forgive. Now, he hates sin. Sin makes him angry. Sin is bad. And the reason God hates sin, one, because it's direct rebellion against him, but two, because it brings death. And God is life to the full, and he doesn't want us messed up in sin. And so he's ready to forgive. He's kind and he's ready to forgive, ready to restore, ready to bring people through. And that is a truth that is so critical that we keep in front of mind, because that way when we do stumble, when we do fall, that we go to him for help. Because when you have stumbled, when you have fallen, he is the only one that can help you. He's the only one that has any kind of possible solution for you. And yet sometimes he ends up being the one that we avoid because we're afraid or what have you. Abounding in faithful love to all who call on you. Man, let's find ourselves amongst the people that call on him. That again, put our trust in him, follow him, believe that he is our source and our provider. Lord, hear my prayer. Listen to my cries for mercy. I call on you in the day of my distress, for you will answer me. Just that statement of faith, that cry of God's character and who he is, and trusting him to be faithful because he's abounding in faithful love to those who call on him. So that's why I call on you in my day of distress, because I know you will answer me. Lord, there is no one like you among the gods, and there are no works like yours. Again, just establishing that he is the one and only God of the universe, the King of kings and the Lord of lords, the maker of heaven and earth. It is, again, this word Elohim, which, again, kind of messes us up sometimes because a lot, I think traditionally we've always had the word Elohim as one of God's names, and it's not. It's just the word God, but they're not. Excuse me. They're not talking about multiple gods of the universe. They're talking about the kind of the divine council, the spirit, the spirit family, the spirit beings that God created, angels, demons, the like. And so he's saying, here's a verse kind of proving what I said back in the Psalm 82 devotional, that yes, there are other spiritual beings other than God, but he's the only God. He's the only big G God of the universe. All of the other ones are not eternal in the sense that God is. They were all created. So they don't compare. They don't even come close. And so no, David was not believing in a polytheistic type of worldview. He was believing in a world that had a very real spiritual realm, and something that we should be, aware of. So, Lord, there is none like you among the gods, and there are no works like yours. All the nations you have made will come and bow down before you, Lord, and will honor your name. At some point, this is going to happen. All nations that he has made will come and bow down before him and honor his name. For you are great and perform wonders. You alone are God. For you are great and perform wonders. You alone are God. So he is a great God. He alone is God. No one else deserves our adoration, our worship, our petitions. Nobody else deserves us to bring our requests before them, because he is kind and ready to forgive. He's trustworthy. He's there. So let's be perseverant in our bringing of our petitions before the Lord. Let's trust in him. Let's stir up our own confidence and faith in him to know that even when you're in a place of distress, that he is ready to forgive. He is kind, and he is abounding in faithful love to those who call on him. And let's have confidence in him, because that's, I think, one of the problems that happens is when we're in distress, sometimes we end up blaming God for stuff that isn't his fault. And then it causes us to pull back from him. But if it's true that there is no one like him among the gods, and no works like his works, and that he is great and performs wonders, and he alone is God, then we need to make sure that we don't allow those defeated thoughts to come in and pull us away from the only one that is there to save us, the only one that loves us with that abounding, faithful love. So with that, I just pray God blesses you today abundantly, and that you remember that he is kind and ready to forgive and abounding in faithful love. God bless you. Have a great day, and I will see you tomorrow.